طاعاتهم. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين. مدد يا رسول الله، مدد يا سادات أصحابه، مدد يا مشايخنا الدستور مولانا شاء الله فاز داستان شاء الله مدد الحكام، مدد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية. Allah Azze ve Celle görüyor. Herkes bildiği işine yapsın. Kendi işi. Allah herkesi değişik yaratmış.
Allah Almighty orders people to do what they have been created for. Everyone has been created uniquely, and everyone has their unique responsibilities and duties. And it is Allah Almighty's order for everyone to do what they have been created for.
O istediğini yükseltir, yükseltiğini alçaltır.
And it is Him, Allah Almighty, who elevates whoever He likes, and it is Him, Allah Almighty, who decreases a person's rank whenever He likes.
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin buyruğudur bu. Kimse kendi çabasıyla yükselmez.
No one can increase their ranks through their own efforts. It is only through the will of Allah Almighty that one's rank will be increased.
Muhakkak bir sebep olur Allah Azze ve Celle onu yükselsin diye.
And there must be a reason, and which will be the means for a person for his rank to be increased.
Sebep olur, alçalsın diye.
And Allah Almighty will then make a reason for that person's rank to be increased. But it may also be the case that Allah Almighty will make a reason for a person's rank to be decreased.
Allah yolunda olan insan, halis muhlis olan insan daima yükselir.
Those who follow the way of Allah Almighty sincerely and purely in a devoted manner, their ranks will always be increased.
Nasıl yükselir? Manevi olarak yükselir. Manevi olunca da
Allah Almighty will increase their ranks always spiritually.
Maddiyet mühim değil.
And when one's rank has been increased and increases spiritually, materially, one's rank materially or worldly does no longer matter.
Allah o insanı nereye hizmet edecekse, ne yapacaksa, hizmeti varsa onu yükseltir. Hizmet istemezse onu Allah'a karşı gelirse rezil eder.
Allah Almighty may desire your rank to be increased, and Allah Almighty will create a reason for you for your rank to be increased, and the reason for your rank to be increased will be a service which will be appointed to you. And if one fulfills that service which has been appointed to you by Allah Almighty will increase your rank. Whoever who rejects that service assigned to you by Allah Almighty, if you reject that service, then Allah Almighty will decrease your rank.
Rüsvay olur.
And those who reject the duty assigned to them by Allah Almighty will be ruined.
Onun insanlara zarar vermiş olur.
And those who reject that divine service are in a state of harming people.
Onun için Allah'la beraber olsun insanlar.
Therefore, it is important to be with Allah Almighty.
Dünyaya karıştırmasın.
Don't interfere with worldly matters.
Allah rızası için hizmetini versin.
One should perform his service only for the sake of Allah Almighty.
Allah rızası için insanlara faydalı olsun.
One should perform service in order and only to make one's Lord Allah Almighty be pleased with him, and one should perform service only for the benefit of others.
İnsana faydalı olan insan Allah Azze ve Celle'nin katında en sevilen insanlar, en makbul insan
Those who benefit others, those who are beneficial to others, are in a state which Allah Almighty loves, and they are most accepted in the divine presence, and Allah Almighty loves those who serve others, who are beneficial to others.
insanlara fayda veren diyor Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that those who are beneficial to others are the ones whom Allah Almighty loves the most and who are most acceptable.
Sizin hayrınız insanlara hayırlı olan,
The best among you are the ones who are most beneficial to others. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says.
onun için bu dünya bir mümin, Müslüman ne yaptığını, ne ettiğini bilmesi lazım.
As believers, as Muslims, as mu'mins, one must be aware of what one does.
Körü körüne bir şey adam bir şey söyledi mi onun peşinden düşüp de
One must not blindly follow a person because a person said something.
harap olmasın.
One should not just follow blindly a person and ruin oneself by following that person.
Helak olmasın.
And one should not deliberately and blindly follow a person while ruining and destroying oneself.
İşte bu bugün seneler önce bir hadiseler oldu. En büyük misal o.
And what has happened several years ago is a great example of what this is.
İnsanları helak Allah rızası için değil de menfaat için.
People followed blindly someone and they did all those things, so-called service, however, for personal profit and personal gain.
İnsanların görünler iyi görünüp insanları mahvetmesi.
They appeared as good ones and presented themselves as good ones, but all they did was to destroy people's lives.
İnsanın ona iyilik değil kötülük getirir.
And they did not bring goodness, instead brought badness to people.
Allah rızası için hizmet eden makbul olur Allah indinde. Çünkü
Those who serve only for the sake of Allah Almighty and only to make one's Lord Allah Almighty be pleased with them, they are the ones who will be most acceptable in the divine presence.
sırf burası değil, buranın ahireti de var.
And the service should not involve worldly matters and should not be for this world, because one must know that there is an hereafter where you are going to be held accountable for what you did.
Sen bu kadar insanı yoldan çıkarttın, İslam adına,
You led so many people astray in the name of Islam.
İslam adına yoldan çıkarmışsın.
You made people get off track in the name of Islam.
Hem dünyalıklarını mahvettin,
You destroyed their worldly lives,
hem ahiretliklerini daha hesabını orada artık Allah Azze ve Celle.
and when it comes to what you did for their hereafter, you destroyed their hereafter, Allah Almighty will hold you accountable for that.
Sen vereceksin.
It is going to be you who will be held accountable for having destroyed people's lives both in this world and the hereafter.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
Nefsimize uydurmasın.
May Allah Almighty protect us from following our egos.
Meşayihler der, Şeyh babamız derdi, insanın nefsi, Firavun'un nefsi her zaman var.
And the Grand Sheikhs would used to say, and Mawlana Shaykh Nazim also would used to say that Pharaoh, the characteristics of Pharaoh are always present.
Firavun senin ben en büyük tanrınızım deyip kendini ortaya attı.
It was Pharaoh who called himself to be the greatest god of all,
Helak oldu gitti.
but what happened to him in the end? he got destroyed.
Ona tabi olanlar da helak oldu.
And so did those who followed him.
Onun için bu yola giden fitne çok büyük bir beladır.
Fitna, corruption, is a terrible affliction.
Bir çıktı mı bırakmaz.
If fitna occurs, if there's corruption, it won't let go.
İnsanları kandırır.
It cheats people.
Doğru yolda olan insanları yoldan çıkarır.
It deceives people so that they get off track and go astray.
Allah'a şükür tarikat ehli dünyaya bakmaz.
Thanks to Allah Almighty that those who follow the tariqah, they are not interested in this world and they don't look at worldly affairs or business.
Hizmete bakar.
All they care about is to serve their Lord Allah Almighty.
Tarikat olan insan kötülük yapmaz
Those who follow the tariqah don't do badness
kimseye.
to no one.
Kötülük olan şeytanla beraber olanlardır.
Those who do bad things are the ones who are with shaitan.
Nefsine tazim eden, nefsini bir şey zanneden,
Those who do bad things are the ones who follow their egos and think of their egos to be someone big.
dediğimiz gibi her zaman Firavun vardır.
Pharaoh is always present.
Nefsini büyük görüp, kendini büyük görüp, insanları da ona tabi olup helak olan çok insanlar var.
There are many pharaohs who present themselves as someone great and who consider themselves as someone big and as someone superior, and to make others follow them, and then in the end they ruin themselves and the others. Those types of pharaohs, they have always existed and continue to exist.
Daha kalbinde bir şüphe olan insan varsa onu Allah muhafaza etsin, o şüpheyi kaldırsın kalplerinden. Doğru yol açıktır.
Therefore, the right way is clear, the right way is open, and if one should not give in to doubts, if one has doubts about something, one should check and realize what one does and see the right way, which is open and clear.
Doğru olan bellidir.
It is the right way, what is right is certain.
Allah yolu, tarikat yolu, yol dediğimiz tarikat
The right way is the way of Allah Almighty,
yol demektir. Allah'a giden yoldur.
and the tariqah, the meaning of tariqah is way, and the tariqah is the way leading to Allah Almighty.
Öteki başka tarikatı olmayanlar muhakkak onların sonu şeytana çıkar.
Those who do not follow the tariqah, those who do not follow the way of Allah Almighty, will in the end up with shaitan,
Şeyhi olmayan şeyhi şeytandır derler.
and those who do not follow a sheikh, their sheikh is shaitan,
Aynen öyledir.
and it is absolutely like this.
O da şey olmuş. Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us,
Çünkü dediğimiz gibi şeytan boş durmaz.
because shaitan never retires, is never restless.
Her zaman var şeytan.
Shaitan is always present.
Adem Aleyhisselam'dan beri şeytan insanları yoldan çıkarmak için her türlü hile, hurda, tuzak kurar.
Since Adam, peace be upon him, shaitan has deceived, cheated people in order and has made traps in order to make people go astray.
Onun için Allah muhafaza etsin.
Therefore, may Allah Almighty protect us,
Allah şerrinden muhafaza etsin.
and may Allah Almighty protect us from their evil.
Şeytan böyle emekli olmaz.
Shaitan never retires.
Yapamın dedi gibi emekli olunca ancak insanlar o da olmaz. Onun için dikkat etmek lazım.
And Mawlana Shahnazm always used to point out at this point that Shaitan never retires and that people must be aware and cautious of Shaitan.
Firavunlar çoktur.
And you must know that there are many pharaohs.
Biri gitti, başka yok demeyin.
Don't say that one pharaoh is now gone, that there is no pharaoh anymore.
Çok var.
No, there are many pharaohs.
Her defa değişik değişik kılıklarla çıkar karşına.
And you will encounter those pharaohs in different appearances, in different disguises and in different types.
Onun için ona dikkat edip
Therefore, you must be careful.
her gün bir yerden bir şikayet gelir. Şu adam böyle yaptı, böyle. Ya bu adam
Every day we hear complaints about people, about what they did to others.
zaten baştan soruşturun.
But why did you in fact follow that person? You should have investigated from the very beginning.
Bu iyi midir, değil midir,
You should have investigated whether that person is good or whether that person is bad.
nedir? Ona göre hareket edin.
And you should not have just blindly follow the person, but you should first check and investigate whether that person is good or bad.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
Kandırılmaktan muhafaza etsin Allah.
May Allah Almighty protect us from being deceived.
Bizi doğru yoldan ayırmasın.
And may Allah Almighty protect us from going astray.
Allah tevfik. El Fatiha.